Good afternoon, ladies. Can I take a copy? You sure I can take a copy? Okay.
Listen, we got a complaint. Sorry. We got a complaint that you were yelling at people and so forth. I just want your side of the story.
Did they tell you that I was yelling at people?
No, we got a dispatch call. I haven't talked to them yet. We just got here.
Who told you I was yelling?
I don't know. Again, the call we got is that you, who are a regular, I've never met you before, okay?
Okay.
That you, who apparently has a problem with Jehovah's Witnesses, and everyone's entitled to their opinion.
How's it going?
Stuart, can you talk to me? Thanks. Anyways, so that's what the complaint is. So cool. I just want to get your side of the version, or your version of the events.
I wasn't yelling at people.
Okay.
I was talking about as loudly to them as I'm talking to you now.
Okay. No, yeah. Fair enough. Okay.
Anything else?
No. Just
okay.
Hold on. I've never met you before, so I know we've got your stuff on file. I just wouldn't mind grabbing it again if you don't mind. What's your last name, sir?
Lefebvre.
L-A...
L-E.
L-E.
Yeah.
L-E...
F-E.
Is it the capital F? Or,
no.
Okay,
no.
L-E-F-E...
B-V.
B-V...
R-E.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your Stuart is...
U-A-R-T.
Thank you. And your middle name?
Is that your badge number 17?
Yeah.
And your last name?
Terzis.
Terzis?
Yeah.
Okay. And your badge name, Constable Campaign?
Constable Campaign, right there.
Badge number?
302.
302. Thanks a lot.
So Stuart, what's your middle name?
Lawrence.
L-A-W or L-A...
L-A-W.
And your birthday?
You know what, officer? Unless you can tell me what crime I've committed, I don't have to answer any more of your questions. I've been pretty cooperative.
Well, no, okay. This is technically what if the report that we got is accurate, okay, and you were yelling and causing a disturbance. Just hear me out. Just
Cool.
hear me out.
Cool.
And we have to investigate everything. I haven't had a chance to talk to them.
Okay.
The offense is cause a disturbance.
Okay.
Okay, that's number one. Now, cause a disturbance, and keep in mind there's video, right? So
Cool.
cause a disturbance. All we need to prove is that you're speaking loud enough, or you're using language loud or offensive enough that would cause others to turn and look. That's all the elements of that offense.
Okay.
Okay? So no, I'm just letting you know. So if we're just having a conversation, chances are that's not the case.
Right.
But
if someone's walking by and I say, hey, I like your shirt, sir, that could be causing a disturbance?
no, if I'm having a
Because
conversation...
that's the extent of it. That's all I've done today.
Stuart, if you ask me a question, I'm answering.
I'm
Okay?
explaining my position.
Again, what you said you just had a nice conversation.
Yeah.
Right? So what I'm explaining is the reason I'm having this conversation with you. You're asking me why. This is what your legal jeopardy is.
Cool.
Okay? Your legal jeopardy is if you're speaking or what have you, or swearing at people, threatening people. Just hear me out. That basically
listening to you,
you're
man.
causing a disturbance.
I'm listening to you,
Okay.
man.
So, any more questions?
No.
Okay. So we good?
We're good, man.
Perfect.
Thanks a lot.
So anyway, Stuart, and like another part of another crime, which I don't know, again, we've never met, is something called criminal harassment.
Right.
So you look like a pretty switched on guy. I'm pretty sure you can look it up yourself and see what the elements of that
I
offense
will.
are.
I will.
All right. You have yourself a good day, Stuart. And,
Yeah.
Again, they have the right. Anyone's got the right to preach. Right.
Cool.
Freedom of religion.
Anyone's got the right to preach?
Freedom of religion.
You know what? That's what I'm doing, brother.
No, that's fine. As long as you're not causing a disturbance,
Yeah.
as long as you're not breaking an offense,
Okay.
as long as you're not picking on a certain group,
Right.
and that's for a prolonged period of time, and as long as you're doing it respectfully and not causing a disturbance.
Would you like to know what I said to them in full?
Again, you don't have to tell me. I just want you to understand. You're not arrested. You're not whatever. If
It
you wanna
sounds
tell
like
me,
you don't want to hear me out.
I want to hear you out. I have to give you.
So would you like to know what I said to
I would
them?
love to, as long as you understand you're not compelled to tell me. I would love to hear what you have to say.
I said, can I take a copy of
Okay.
a magazine? And I took a copy.
Okay.
That was it.
Oh, Stuart, that's again, we've never met. I'm not
Cool.
judging you. All I'm saying is
Okay.
this is what, and you can look it up in the file. The file number.
Criminal harassment.
Criminal
Check it
harassment.
out.
Just hear me out. Criminal harassment is basically harassing somebody over a long period of time. That's
Okay.
and cause a disturbance. And again, I'm just telling you what criminal things could fall under. I haven't seen anything here.
Cool.
I haven't seen anything here.
Cool.
But I'm just letting you know what your legal jeopardy is.
Cool.
Okay?
Okay.
Any questions for me?
Are you prepared to listen to them lie through their teeth to you right now?
I have to go there and and I have to listen to what they have to do.
Cool.
Just like, you know what, they're standing there probably saying, oh, look at that horrible person. All I'm
Right.
doing is, I don't have a
Except
phony in this.
whether or not I'm a horrible person can be proven because I'm filming me and you and them, and everything that I do is documented.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You know what? And that's fine. And you know what? Like I said,
Yeah.
if you want to post that on YouTube, please do. Because if you
It's
think
cool.
that I've been disrespectful
No,
to
it's
you
not
in
about.
any
I
way-
have no beef with the police.
Okay. No, I just wanted you to understand that if you wanted, like I said, I'm just telling you.
Cool.
This is what my call is. This is what I'm doing. This is what I've done. I
I-
hope I've explained to you your legal jeopardy. I hope I haven't forced you to
I'm
tell
not
me
an expert.
something.
I'm not the authority.
Okay.
You are. But in the process of doing this, I've learned a thing or two.
Okay.
And the number one thing that's been consistent throughout this whole thing for me is that Jehovah's Witnesses, because they view you as just bird food at Armageddon because of what you serve, you couldn't be one of Jehovah's Witnesses and be a cop. You wouldn't be allowed to be in the religion. But when they need to call you to dominate somebody like me who's been in the religion and has left the religion and can expose the religion, then that's what they do.
And you know what? And I'm not going to argue the merits of any religion. All I'm just going to say to you is that from a policing perspective, we investigate crimes.
Cool.
If a crime has occurred, again, I haven't spoken to them. We know who
Okay.
you are, so again.
If you were a civilian and I was a civilian and we were just talking,
Yeah.
and forgive me for 1 second, if I just reach over and grab this from you and let it sort of fall to the ground because I didn't want you recording me, if I just grab this and let it drop to the floor, what would that crime be?
that friend could be an assault. I mean, it depends.
Okay. And if I was standing next to a literature cart, inviting people to come take a piece of literature, and you helped yourself to take a piece of that literature, and I grabbed your arm and tried to wrestle that book away from you, what would that be?
That would be assault.
Yeah. So why don't you talk to them about that?
Okay. Did any of that happen today?
No, it happened a couple weeks ago.
Did you make a report?
That's the thing. I don't want to involve you guys.
Okay.
Because if they do something to me or I do something to them and you come along and you say, I want you to stay away from each other, that is what they want.
Okay.
I am not violating their rights. I am not breaking the law. I am engaging in peaceful protest, as is my right.
Yeah.
They want to be panic junkies and feel threatened and harassed and try to say me talking is me shouting. You have to understand who you're dealing with, officer. I'm telling you.
Again, sir, I'm not here to pick a side.
Cool.
I'm here to determine if a law has been, if an offense has been committed.
Cool.
Fair enough?
Cool. Can I sit down?
Well, yeah.
Wait for you? Cool.
Yeah.
Take care, sir.
Hey guys.
You want to start taping more?
Yeah, I am. And I'm going to show you what I was doing, what I was holding up exactly.
Okay.
I don't know if I told you.
Okay.
But I'll show you exactly what I was holding. Because I've been doing this for a couple of months at this point.
I just sent pictures of people.
There we go. There's one. There's one. And that's two there.
Okay.
So those are snapshots from YouTube videos.
Okay.
Not my own private videos. Those are snapshots from YouTube videos that you can go look up for yourself.
Okay.
That YouTube has decided do not violate their privacy guidelines, so they're up there. Like there's one going back a couple of months.
Okay.
And I made a mistake one time where I was giving my personal info.
To who?
You.
Oh, okay.
And an officer asked me for my address once before, and I posted that and wasn't thinking.
Okay.
And YouTube's like, no, you can't post private addresses, Stuart.
Okay.
So I kind of stuck my own foot in my mouth, violated their privacy guidelines by putting my address up there, so I had to take it down.
Okay.
But other than that, everything that I'm doing, YouTube's cool with.
No.
So I was standing there just like this, holding this, and holding this like this, next to them.
How are you talking?
I was talking to them like the same way I'm talking to you.
Okay.
I wasn't threatening them. I wasn't using profanity. I was saying some derogatory things about their religion.
But you were talking in the same tone as we are right now?
The same tone.
Maybe a little louder?
It's tricky. It's tricky around here. No, I wasn't shouting because I was angry.
Okay.
I was shouting because the guy, he's not playing now. So we can talk.
Okay.
We can talk like this. And
Okay.
you can hear what I'm saying. But as soon as he starts playing, I'm going to want to talk a little bit louder so you can hear what I'm saying.
Again, it's the difference is...
Did they say, he was shouting at us? Let me guess. They were saying, and he started raising his voice, and he started talking derogatory about our beliefs, and he's done this before, and we really don't know what he's going to do. I mean, was that what you were getting from them? No?
Actually, they said that most of it is true. They didn't say you were shouting.
That's cool.
They said that you were loud. They said you've done this before. We know you've done this before. This is again, this is the first time I've spoken to you.
So
but
today, this is what I
isn't
was
the first
doing.
time.
This is what I was doing. Barely talking to them. I was just holding that up.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, fair enough. Listen, again, I'm not here to. I police offenses, like things that are against the law, right? And remember what I told you. What is against the law, or what could be construed, what you're doing is a violation of the criminal code. It would be what the hell did I say?
Raising of the voice.
The raising of the cause of disturbance,
yeah, cause
right?
of
And the cause of
yeah.
disturbance, and all of the elements of the defense or elements of the offense for cause of disturbance is if you're speaking loud enough and people are walking by and they're doing this, right? It's not like you're talking to me, but you could be talking to him.
Cool.
And that's the element. That's the element of cause of disturbance.
Wow.
Yes. So there is.
It gets tricky in here with him playing sometimes, and sometimes not.
And again, listen, I think I'm being pretty reasonable with you.
You are.
Okay.
You are.
So, and the other part of it is, and we explained to them as well.
And I'm so sure of how reasonable I'm being with you that I would love to have this conversation in front of them.
Okay. Again,
that's my dream.
I'm not here.
Their nightmare is having their conversation with you with me standing right there.
Stuart,
because they are comfortable lying, twisting, and misrepresenting.
I'm not here to pick sides.
Cool.
You guys could be, one of you could be a pro-abortionist, the other one could be pro-life. No, you know what I mean?
You've got,
to me,
right.
I put on this uniform. I don't have an opinion on anything. The only thing I
You've
know
got enough
is
to keep straight without,
the only thing I know is has a law been violated. That's all I know.
Cool.
So, my opinion doesn't matter. Once I put this on, I'm not pro-religion, anti-religion. I am what I am. Has an offense been violated?
Cool. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, what I actually did, like I said, I'm not. It's basically, from what I'm able to understand right now, an offense hasn't been committed.
Thanks.
So that's where we're standing right now.
Can I have your permission to stand there and hold up my snapshots from YouTube videos that don't violate privacy guidelines?
The only
remain silent?
Just hear me out.
Sure.
The only problem with that is that here is it's private property, even though there's public access to it.
Gotcha.
They have permission from SkyTrain or whoever to be on private property to do so.
Is that a big deal to get? Is that a big deal? To get that authorization, that permission? Is it?
I don't. If you were to do it on city property, if you want to stand
I would need a
if you wanted to stand on the sidewalk, it's city property. Yeah. You can do that. The
Supervisor 213 Manning told me that one time. Supervisor 213 Manning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was saying that this is publicly accessed private area.
That's right.
They have a right to be here. I don't have a right to be here.
Yeah,
so.
It's no different than if you were to a bank, right? It's a public it's private property, but the public's got access to. But if you start misbehaving, you're just sort of like standing in the corner. As an employee, I can come up to you and say, excuse me, you have to leave. That's the same thing here, right? It'll allow
I start protesting. You foreclosed on my farm, and I'm protesting the bank.
Well,
you come. You don't want to hear the story. The guy's out of here because I'm disturbing inside the
It's basically
the bank.
it's private property. It's like you can. So you're asking me like this. If you want to walk through, you can walk. No. I'm just saying you can walk.
But not back and forth, Stuart. Come on.
No. If you want to hold up your photos, you got to do it outside the station.
Outside the station.
Yeah, because that's public property.
Up near the bus stop. Where does the public property start?
Well, where it gets the as long as you're not soliciting to sell anything.
No. My channel isn't monetized. I don't ask for money.
No, as long as basically a rule of thumb is.
I wouldn't accept money. They would. Yeah. All
sure.
Right. Okay.
Sorry. No, it's okay.
Where does the public property start up there?
The public property, as a rule of thumb, is pretty well where the gates are, where the grills are, is the rule of thumb.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But if they're standing over there and you're yelling at guys, remember we talked about the cause of disturbance? And you're
right.
So that's where you get into that whole thing of causing a disturbance, right? So...
I was mocking them. I said, would you like to learn how to pray and be heard by God? Sorry, no, I was just giving them an example. I'm sorry.
Anyway, Stuart.
That was the extent of it.
No, it's okay. Listen.
Was that causing a disturbance just now?
No. No. But Stuart, again, like you're a smart enough guy, right? Come on.
I'm not too smart, man.
You are smart. Don't
I fell for what they teach for 20 plus years, man.
Anyways, Stuart.
They got me good.
Stuart.
They got me good.
That's great. There we go. Okay. So, do you have any more questions for me?
I can't sit up here and show my snapshots because it's publicly accessed private property.
It's private property with public access.
For future reference, when they set up, can I... I'm trying to figure out where I get into trouble. Because as soon as I talk to them...
Once you start being stationary and you start bringing out the photos and you start talking, that's when you'll start to get into trouble.
So no photos.
Yep.
No photos, no being stationary, just continue on your way.
So as soon as I go up to them,
basically,
take a piece of literature that they're offering to members of the public.
You can do that and then continue walking.
I can't talk to them about what I'm reading in the literature?
Stuart, I'm not a legal... You can...
Am I going to get into trouble if I take a magazine from the cart, go, this is what it says here. I thought this is what that meant.
Yeah, Stuart, I think, again, I think the big thing, just hear me out, there isn't a blanket thing. Yeah. I think most people will look at it and say, considering your history with them,
But notice how I'm improving. I didn't say a word to them today.
I understand what you're saying.
Trying to keep everybody happy.
No, you're trying to come on. You're trying to piss them off. You are, and that's fine.
No. It's the footage. It's the footage.
Okay. But anyway, Stuart, we have to get going, so we can't do this all day.
I would love to have them talk to me. I would love to have them not lie to me. I would love to have them not grab personal property from me. I would love to have them not physically assault me. I would love to have them not call you because I've hurt their feelings. And as long as they're going to continue to do that, I'm going to continue to record them doing that because it's the footage that is the indictment of this cult. So you want to set up in public and invite people to come be like you, and if they don't possibly die at Armageddon, how do I approach somebody installing themselves in a public place, drawing people into that sort of realm of discussion where I'm going to disagree and it doesn't end up with you guys coming? And that's what I'm trying to figure out. There's got to be a way to do what people like me are doing where it doesn't end up with you guys coming. So forgive me for not knowing how. There is no guidebook, but I'm stumbling through figuring out how to try to engage Jehovah's Witnesses as an ex-Jehovah's Witness in conversation about the religion. And one of these days, hopefully, I'll figure it out, All
right.
Until I get arrested.
I think if you were to schedule a meeting in private with somebody, that'd probably be a better way to go.
That's good advice. That's good advice at this point, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't working. You've been doing this for how long? But
it is working. It is working. If you had shown me about 2 years ago footage from the videos that I've uploaded, I would go, oh, wow, it's true. See, it's all about confirming suspicions. That's the beauty of the information age. A person is able to confirm suspicions like never before, thanks to social media and whatever. So I'm just contributing to that. That's all.
All right, Stuart.
I'm going to leave for today. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry if you guys had to. But so as long as I'm passing through, and then the discussion of the literature they're offering, that's a different ball of wax.
Again, like I said, Stuart, I'm not going to say it's a black and white thing.
Yeah.
The fact that you know a lot of this literature and you're engaging them on the premise, like on private property, on the thing that I'm trying to learn something.
Right.
Like honestly, I'm not buying it. No, I don't mean that to be disrespectful, but you know what I mean. You know this stuff inside out.
I don't. But I don't know what their response is because when I was standing where they were standing, people never put questions to me the way I'm able to put questions to them now.
My partner has a good point. Maybe you
about the talking in private.
Schedule something in private.
Set up and they might that you might get, like I said, that might work. This isn't working, so that might work.
But it is working. This has been a success. This has been a success, guys. Thanks a lot.